Rush just made a major announcement. For the 2026 reunion tour, they're bringing a keyboard player on the road. That player is veteran musician Loren Gold, and this is much bigger news than it may sound at first, because for decades, Rush was defined by 3 people doing the work of 5. Now they are going to have 2 members in the band are not originals, bringing the band total to 4. And even though Loren Gold is not an official member of the band, this is a huge change. So let's dig into whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. Rush built their identity around 3 musicians, maximum sound, and no safety net. Geddy Lee handled bass, keyboards, synth triggers, and vocals. Lifeson covered guitars, textures, and atmosphere, and Neil Peart played the drums, percussion, and also used triggers to complete the synth and keyboard parts. Part of the magic was the athleticism of the musicians. They weren't just playing songs, they were juggling many different duties at once. So bringing in a 4th member, particularly a keyboard player, shifts the musical DNA of the band completely. So who is Loren Gold? Loren Gold is not a random hire. He is a seasoned touring professional. He's worked in large-scale rock production, and he knows how to approach complex arrangements. This matters because Rush's catalog is not forgiving. Their songs require precision, timing, layer control, and discipline. They brought in a specialist, and that tells you something. So why do this now? Well, there are 3 likely reasons. One, the most obvious, is to reduce the load on Geddy because he no longer has the ability to sing at the top of his range, trigger synth patches, play keyboards and bass at the same time. It's an enormous responsibility, and he is no longer in the prime of his musical capability. Another reason is to improve the sonic depth of the band. So some of the 80s era synth layers are hard to reproduce live without having extra hands. Another one is energy conservation, and that has to do with the band getting older. So is this actually a betrayal of the 3-man ethic, the Rush DNA? This is where I think fans will be divided, because they are already divided somewhat on the tour. Rush's identity was built on, we can do it ourselves. So is adding a keyboardist breaking that tradition? Well, Rush has always been about musical intelligence and adaptation. They're facing the fact that they're no longer able to play at the level they used to. And there's another layer here. After Neil Peart's passing, Rush could never be the same band anyway. So what they're doing here isn't recreation, it's a reinterpretation. Adding Loren Gold just signals something important. They're not trying to pretend that it's still 1981. They're building a version of Rush that can work for now. And here's something interesting. This move may directly impact Geddy's vocal performance, something else people have worried about. If he's freed up from his keyboard multitasking, he can focus on his singing. He may actually turn out stronger vocal performances because there's a keyboard player on board. So I'm curious, you see this as a smart move or as an unnecessary compromise, or do you think this just furthers the idea that Rush is in cash grab mode? Let me know in the comments below.
MusicGuru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.